Well, as I say on Broadway, the show must go on, so we're going to continue our show with the Broadway Music Lovers Club. I want to welcome to our program Elisa Kaplan Center and Kate Barkley. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So you guys had your recent meeting and talking about all things Wicked, and probably talked a little about the cruise. How's the last meeting going?
Oh, well, the last meeting was very good. Elisa was on a cruise, and we had a speaker.
So it was good because she wasn't there? I mean,
Yeah, so,
That's your start.
No, we were scrambling. I was like, oh my God, no
I needed
piano
to rest
playing?
my fingers.
So we had a speaker, and she specifically spoke about the beginning of theater and how we got to it, and talking about, different stages and things like that. And then we skipped over the Golden Age because I had done that on like our second or third, and then continued on because musicals nowadays the format is very different than the format of the Golden Age.
Right,
right. They've taken some things from it, but not everything. So she was talking about that. So that was neat, a different, look on things.
Well, and all things evolve, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's not one form of art that hasn't had its different renaissances and different evolutions and those kinds of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my
Structure.
girlfriend just saw a Broadway show, and there's a lot of AI in it. Like the actors are singing, and they're getting very intimate, and all of a sudden you see the close-up on their face on a TV screen. So it's like, really? That's Broadway? So it has evolved, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
and that's one of the things I'm noticing for sure is the background. So that it's becoming more screens than it is actual hard sets,
Absolutely.
which is
Yeah,
also interesting.
and we've got our old die-hard musical theater lovers that we're dragging, kicking, and screaming into the present day because it is different. So that's,
Well, let's talk about different. Let's talk about Wicked. You guys are
Yes.
focusing on Wicked. You guys are getting ready for the sequel in terms of the movie to come out. So what is it about Wicked in its modernity to the stage that made it so popular?
Oh, popular.
Want to be
It's one of the songs. I think that, first of all, there's all the hype. So the hype definitely does it. But I think that the way it was presented and the things about the messages through it are messages that we want to hear right now. Acceptance of difference and working together and all those kind of things. And so it becomes something where people enjoy it, but it was gorgeous to look at.
Right.
I mean, just stunning, some of the things that he did.
Yeah,
I mean,
choreography was amazing,
Yeah.
music was amazing. Also the messages.
yeah.
Love. A basic message of love,
And
friendship,
friendship.
between
difference.
two people.
Yeah. So basically, because it's a 2-hour, 20-minute or 40-minute, I can't remember, movie, we decided. We had a board meeting,
Yes.
and we, the board, decided that we will split it over 3 months. So the first month we'll do 50 minutes, and then the next one 50 minutes and 50 minutes. But what we're going to do is I'm going to give what they call Easter eggs, which are things you have to hunt for. So if you hunt for these, you might find the clues. And like, for instance, who do these characters become in Wizard of Oz? Which characters in Wicked become the players in Wizard of Oz?
Right, because the connection to Wizard of Oz is that it's kind of a prequel. Wicked's kind of a prequel to that
Exactly.
story.
Yes,
right?
exactly. I mean, Maguire wrote these 4 books, and Wicked was the first one, and that is the one that is the closest tied to Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that flow, and who knows, except for people who know Wicked, what the next half of the movie is going to be.
What could be next?
Yeah, I wonder.
And also, who doesn't love The Wizard of Oz?
Right.
All those
right.
beautiful messages, right, about fear and love and family and all the basics.
And coming of age and
watch-
the journey and
yeah,
all those
I watch
things.
it every year when it comes on TV. I mean,
Right.
it's such a beautiful film.
Yeah, I remember hiding under a table when the Flying Monkeys came out.
I ran
They
ran down the hall really scared when the Wicked Witch was. That scared me.
I love it when she's on the bike and the dog's in behind her. I'm like, wow, mommy.
Yes.
She really rides the bike fast.
See, and there are certain images from The Wizard of Oz that are part of the zeitgeist. I mean, they really are Yeah, when she said shadow riding the bike, you saw it because we all know that. So it is, even though it was made like in the 40s, it's still watched to this day.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's still one of those popular movies when it's on and presented, and every year, kind of like A Wonderful
Absolutely.
Life, on all those, there's some movies just going to transcend.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about your meetings, and you guys, when do you have them? How can people get involved?
Okay, so our next meeting is May 1st. We always meet on the first Thursday of the month at 1:30 p.m. Dining Room 1. So when you walk in the Performing Arts Center, you go to the right of the ticket box office. That's the first important thing. And we always have something different. We already have 110 members, and the dues are coming up. So July 1st,
Yes.
There'll be $30 per person, and then $55 for a couple.
It's a bargain at twice the price.
It really is. And
If you're a
pay
couple.
once. Right, you have to pay once. I mean, we are taking off the month of August because we're going on our Broadway Music
cruise.
Lovers cruise, and we're going
You
to
guys
be
needed to
leaving.
have sung that a little bit better.
Oh, I'm sorry. The whole thing together with
Right, exactly. We're excited. We're flying out of Seattle, and then we're flying to Seattle, and then we're getting on the cruise there, and that's from August 1st to the 8th. And we're joining Seth Rudetsky, who's a very famous, fantastic pianist from Broadway, musical comedy performer. We've gone up to LA to see his gig. He's fabulous. And every day when you're on the ship, when we're at sea, there'll be Broadway musical quizzes, master classes. There's going to be a passenger choir. Broadway performers are going to come. 3 of them. We've got Stephanie J. Block and her husband, somebody else.
I can't find her
You
name.
can remember who.
Somebody else. We'll
But they're
figure it
real
out.
people. And
I don't think it's Krista Rodriguez.
yeah, we're trying to figure out who it is. But, and we've got 12 people coming from the village. So people that live here and their friends, people who have never done anything like this. Actually, a colleague of mine who's a doctor that I met here is going to come with her husband. So we're very excited. And, we are just looking forward to experiencing, and I'm an educator, she's an educator also, watching people grow and learn and love something. And this is our craft.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, I'm going to be musically directing on July 23rd for the Old Pros.
Here we
A
go.
chorus line. It's the 50th
Oh, really?
anniversary of a chorus line, which I did not know
did
when I
not
picked
know
the
that.
show.
Wow.
So Kate's going to
I
be
was,
in
of course, 1 year old.
But so I've
I'll
got.
be honest, I was 7.
I have some really great.
Okay, 4.
We have really great performers, so it's going to be a musical comedy review of a chorus line.
Okay.
So 6:30 p.m. on July 23rd, Clubhouse 7.
And by the way, just the Alaska cruise in itself, and not just the jet. I've been to Alaska once, and let me tell you, that coast, I did a fishing trip there.
Yeah.
Just to see the coastline, and you'll see bears just walking along. It is an amazing experience
Yeah.
just to see Alaska. If you've never been,
Yeah.
just for that experience alone is a pretty cool. And it's summer, so it's going to be the summer night
Perfect
lights.
time.
Yeah.
Perfect
And,
time.
I was in Alaska a couple years ago. The great thing, too, is that for me, I felt like I was in another world, in another country. It did not seem like it was the United States of America. I can't explain it to you. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
a faraway land.
It was.
It feels that way, and it's
Yeah.
so rural, it's so rugged,
Beautiful,
and it's
yeah.
so. I mean,
Yes.
there are no roads, there are no freeways. You have to fly into a lot of cities.
Oh, yeah.
It is an incredible experience.
And it's
in
going to be
terms of that.
great excursions. So for those who are coming on our trip with us who have never been, they can take the excursions and not miss anything on those days. Because we're only going to do stuff on
Yeah.
the days we're on the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you have the quizzes, you have the master classes, the passenger choir, Broadway performance, cabaret shows. That's a lot going on.
Oh, and I was
So busy.
told,
Oh,
right.
wait, and eating.
Yeah,
We have
exactly.
to eat all the
I
time.
understand they're going to have an area for all of us to sit together if we want to.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so folks can get, and that you can still sign up for that from
Yes.
now
Yes.
until whenever it
Yeah,
might
we
be.
have a wonderful travel agent, Mark McCready. I can connect you with them. The contact information is up there, so call if you want to come.
All right. Come to
Absolutely.
the next meeting, find out more. All right, folks, have a wicked rest of your day.
Always.
Until we see each other again. I know you're counting down the moments until the sequel comes out.
Yes,
That should be
well,
fun.
let's see, it's November, so we're in, it's not that far.
Right.
Gotta do the math, gotta carry one. Elisa Kaplan Center and Kate Barkley, thank you so much from Broadway Music Lovers Club.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us.
Absolutely. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.